Boston. I am standing in Boston Common, compliments of our virtual view technology. Clouds are going to change over to rain, so we're going to get some showers here today, even into tomorrow. So it's going to be a late week soaker for us here into New England. It's not just Boston, though, that has a chance for showers and also flooding. It's several other areas, too. We have a coastal low that is coming on up, and we have a surplus of rain here into Boston. We don't really need any more. We are nearly 5 inches above average on rainfall for the year. And that's the story with a lot of cities. I went through a lot of them. They're 2, 3, 4+ inches above average for rainfall, either for the month or the year. We do have a southerly flow here in our warm sector, which is pretty typical, bringing the moisture up for us here. And this will get much more robust as we head into the afternoon hours. So showers and storms all along the I-95 corridor into this evening. Good sleeping weather, though. Am I right? As we go into our Thursday, watch our low pressure that comes out of the southeast move and still bring us rain even into our Friday morning here into New England. That pulls out, hanging on though Saturday morning in Maine. I'll tell you what, it is going to be gnarly Saturday morning in Maine with the snow and all of this wind as well. And you can see another system, just a little one. Now, this next one is not too potent, but that little guy is going to come on through as well. There is the possibility of some flooding. I think it'll be very localized here for us. 1 to 2 inches with the heaviest stuff into Maine and also down into Virginia and North Carolina with the 3 to 5. And we've seen 3 to 5 over the past 7 days for us here. Anywhere you see the yellow shading on the map, that's where we've had those 3 to 5 inches of rain. Speaking of 5, we get 5 to 8 inches of snow into Maine with the GFS having it a little heavier and more interior, up to maybe 2 feet of it. The winds will also be pretty rough. Look at Friday at 3 p.m. You're going to be bouncing around. This could potentially delay some flights. If not, you could have turbulence where they make you stay in your seats and you can't get those snacks that everyone loves. Some airlines have some really good snacks, to the point where I feel like, you know, you miss them. And then it's such a treat sometimes when you get on to some of these flights.
Like what?
Well, I don't want to name names, but there's a certain cookie on a certain flight.
Oh, those cookies
that
are
I don't eat frequently.
I love those cookies.
But when
They're
you
great.
get on the flight.
Yeah. When I was overseas, too, they had full-on, like, egg salad sandwiches.
They typically bloom at the beginning of April. But as you can see, we are a little bit ahead of schedule here. It's been warm, Jordan, around the country. As you know, the warmest February, winter. I mean, every month is the warmest on record around the world.
You know what I've seen less of, which makes me happy?
What's that?
Selfie sticks.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen as many of the...
Or the vuvuzelas either.
The what?
Remember the vuvuzelas? They would blow that horn. You don't remember that when those were super popular?
What is that?
During the soccer? You don't remember those?
Oh, the long,
the loud
skinny.
horns.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Sure. That had a moment. All right, America's Morning Headquarters has you covered through the mid-morning hours. Jen Carfagno, Alex Wallace are here with a look at what's coming up at 9 a.m. I know you're talking snow. I can't believe Minneapolis had more snow from Winter Storm Sawyer than all winter.
It's nuts. Absolutely insanity.
Yeah.
And that's actually a part of what we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
You know, we always have this question of the day, and that is the
That's
question.
true. What do you guys? Do you give your opinion or?
We will.
We will.
Oh, okay.
We can't give it all
I
away.
almost got it out.
No, you did.
Jen saved you there. He almost gave the answer, or his answer.
Yeah, now we'll be talking more about that. And of course, following on all the other big stories, including what's coming to the West Coast here. It includes more rain and snow. Big weekend ahead for them weather-wise.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it, guys. See you in what? 30 minutes. There is a lot of information at our fingertips. Sometimes it's just overwhelming, and there's also a lot of misinformation that can be overwhelming.
It's almost like I read something like, I don't even know if I should believe it anymore.
Everything you read, right?
So it's certainly the case when we're talking about climate change. Margaret Orr is the doctorate student on a mission to thank you so much for being with us. And we talked to you before about, you know, what's out there and asked you back to, you know, continue this dialogue because it's great for people to understand how is AI now playing into this problem, and is it going to help dispel myths or maybe spread myths faster now?
Hi, Stephanie and Jordan. Thanks so much.
And there's so many different sources and different ways that people are getting it. So are there any new myths that are circulating when it comes to climate change that we haven't heard about? Because sometimes we're like, did you hear about this? Jordan's like, no, where'd you see that? And it's like, oh, I wasn't on that platform or whatever it may be.
I think often it all comes.
You'll literally watch one video about ice caps are melting, you can't reverse it, and then another video saying ice caps are melting, but we can reverse it, like you said. So do we just have to dig deeper?
It is so hard.
Election year and everything from the changing climate to EVs, the energy transition will be up for debate. So how do you correct someone who's holding on to misinformation or just not critically thinking?
I think it's important to.
It's golly, so complicated. And of course, it's just going to get more confusing. I hope not, but we really appreciate you being with us, Margaret Orr. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
The hardest thing for me, too, is like when you're in something that's somewhat fresh, let's say climate change, for instance, and we're bringing the most detailed science we can about learning about the past and up to now. We only know what we know as of right now. And give it another 10 to 20 years, like, oh, yeah, well, now our thinking has changed because of what we learned over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And so things can actually change with time, which is interesting.
And we just have a problem with people just wanting to believe whatever they want to believe, and they don't even care.
Right. They won't listen to other ideas.
That it's just like, nope, I don't even care.
Right.
That's not right, or would not even open to like, maybe I don't know everything.
Right. Because the reality is we don't. We really don't.
No.
All right, let's get a weather update here from Lynette and kind of break down this new system, which, man, it's been so active in the West. This is going to be putting us over the top with snowfall.
It is. I know. I wanted to say, like, it's a good thing, but for total. So, Jordan, I know you're going to be excited about this. You shouldn't be here. You need to be out west.
Literally this morning, he was looking this morning during AMHQ to go west.
Spring skiing right now has been so good. Thanks,
Lynette, thank you. Our coral reefs are struggling. There is no dispute about that.
Yeah, now researchers have found it. All right, we got a live fisheye view, Coral City, an urban reef off the coast of Miami. It's a glimpse, of course, into what life is like of a little coral nursery here.
Yeah, at similar facilities in the Virgin Islands, researchers are finding that a key to helping coral nurseries thrive is maybe in making them feel welcome.
So we're using technology to try to help.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Obviously, we're trying to limit global warming, right? Do you think there's ever going to be a time when we have technology that creates upwelling to help sea surface temperatures not get as hot? Do you think we'll have to get there?
Think how big the ocean is. I think that
massive.
would be real. I mean, there's so much of the ocean we haven't even discovered yet. So I think that would be really challenging to do.
I did too. I just worried with this coral bleaching if it continues.
And at some point, if you mix everything in, it's going to mess the temperature up anyway, right?
All right, let's get a weather update with Lynette. She's focusing in on the beautiful weather we have on the eastern seaboard.
Exactly, yes. Plenty of rain coming. So, of course, these numbers are going to continue to add up.
We want a pocket and a pocket full of sunshine, please. We put that.
A pocket full of sunshine.
Don't have that yet. This weekend, no.
Yeah, that is true. All right, here's what's coming up tomorrow on Pattern. We have a guest who makes sustainability look